Hey everybody, welcome to Animal Crossing Town Tours, the series where I check out my patrons' towns in New Leaf in hopes of getting some inspiration, as well as passing that inspiration on to you guys, or to help give some constructive criticism and general thoughts on these towns. We're checking out Yolanda's town today, and she's getting her town toured by going to patreon.com/Dazzabound. So if you'd like to do the same, then feel free to check out the link in the description. Patrons have a private Discord chat on my Discord server, early access to some videos, a signed Animal Crossing amiibo card, and it helps me out a bunch too, believe it or not. So I want to throw out a quick thank you to Yolanda and my other patrons. Now, Yolanda hasn't provided me with any information other than her dream code, but I remember when I first announced the series, she said in our Discord chat that she had literally just restarted a town before I announced it. So this episode might be a little bit different because the town will be like very new and fresh, almost like a blank canvas waiting to be painted on. With that in mind, I think that this episode, like I said, is going to work a little bit differently. Welcome to the world of dreams. Right now you're having a dream of a sleepy town called Moonflow. When you want to return to the real world, the world of stress, please lie down. Yeah, so I've got a feeling this episode is going to work a little bit differently. Like I said, this town isn't fully complete yet. We've got some paths going on. Very nice. I like this path. Yeah, this town isn't like close to completion. So obviously we're going to go take a look and see what we've got in the town first. And then probably give a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot of criticism because that sounds bad, but just some general ideas on what potentially Yolanda could do in Moonflow here. So first of all, we have the house. I wonder if there's going to be a big room of gold like in the last one. No, but we do have a golden book trophy already, which is quite good. Some lucky cats there, and the lantern, simple bed, some nice flowers. Actually, lots of flowers in here. Trying to go for that feng shui, it would seem like. Yeah, very nice. And we've got an upstairs as well. Let's take a look. House is right next to a train station, which is kind of cool. Could be kind of noisy. Oh, we got some gyroids. You know, I kind of wish that you could activate more than, I think, 4 gyroids. I would just love to just turn all of these bad boys on and just listen to them go nuts. But I think as you turn more of them on, they turn themselves off again. So only 4 will ever be active at the same time. So something to keep in mind, I guess, if you want to have a room full of gyroids. Maybe you only have 4 in each room, and that way, as you go to different rooms, you can have different gyroid sounds. But yeah, I do like gyroids. They're funny. Okay, so we've got a couple of villager houses, but not all of them. 2, 4, 6, 8. Maybe that is all of them, actually. I forget. Can you only have... Oh, perfect pairs. Very nice. Can you only have 10... Or can you have 10 villagers, or is it less than that? I forget. Got Wendell here. We've got a new... Oh, no, of course you can have more than 8, because there's a 9th person now moving in here. Okay, so let's check out over the other side of the river here. We've got the bridge. Noticing a lot of narrow paths. Maybe you haven't quite decided... Oh, 2 houses directly in line with each other. Very nice. Maybe you haven't quite decided where all these paths are going to lead to. Oh, we got the bell. The gong. There we go. I do like that. So perhaps maybe an Asianish theme. Got some hybrids going on as well. Pretty good for a newish town. And we've obviously got the campsite over there. Okay. So yeah, like I thought, not a lot going on at the moment. But actually, no, we've already got Brewster's Roost as well, which is pretty good. We've got the Zen Bridge, I believe this is. Well, no, the Brick Bridge. The Zen Bridge, I don't know if there even is a Zen Bridge. Okay. And then we've got the town square, like right in the corner up here. Let's go take a look at the beaches actually and see what's happening over there. So I'd be curious to know what's going to go on with the... Oh, we got a fountain over there as well and some lamps. Okay, yeah, I like this lamp placement. Bit of a weird thing to comment on, but I do. I feel like the 3rd bridge should probably go here. I know this path here lends itself well because this seems like an important crossroad here. Because obviously, like, you've got the lamp, and it does feel like 2 important paths intersecting. So perhaps having a bridge here. I mean, it's kind of close to the lake, but actually, I think a bridge here would be fine. I think that would be quite good, unless you plan on sort of capping off that area on the right there. I'll show you what I mean when I get there. But also, this I don't know. Okay, so this bridge here feels alright. I feel like that. Yeah, this will be the bridge that was in town when you started, obviously. That's a cool town flag. I like that. Is it like a lily pond? Kind of looks like a lily pond. I could be wrong. If that's something wrong, or if that's something else, then I apologize completely. But it kind of looks like a lily pond. I don't know, actually. No, it doesn't look like a lily pond. I don't know what that is. But it looks kind of... It's interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, perhaps the overbridge, which is here, would be better suited to go across here. But at the same time, I don't think you can, because there's a bend in the river here. So, again, it's just because this path kind of feels important. So, maybe leading that into the bridge would make more sense. But obviously you can't because, you know, there's a town hall in the way and there's a curve in the river. Okay, yeah, fair enough. We've got the police station there. That's the modern one, isn't it? Okay, so if we go check out the beaches, wow. Okay, thank you, Norton. I don't know if you guys saw that, but if it shows up in the video, my Norton antivirus just like showed up right in the middle of the screen. Okay, if you don't have any clue what I'm talking about, either it didn't show up or I cut it out of the video. Okay, so we've got a little breeding section here for pansies, it would seem. You know, this is one of the first times where I've seen like the two sections of the... You got a private beach back there, which is quite nice. You got the two hills leading into the same section of the beach, if that makes any sense. So it's not cut off by the river at any point, which is pretty cool actually. It lends itself to a really big beach, which looks quite nice. And actually, there's a big clearing over here. Oh, which you're doing lots of hybrid growing. Oh wow, yeah, you've got lots of hybrids going on. Kudos, well done. Could use some bananas. Maybe you don't like bananas. Yeah, no, this is a really cool beach. I've not seen one like this before. It is like one big long stretch of beach. And this area, particularly here in the middle, is very big and open. I really like this. You could do something really cool with this. I'm not quite sure what, but it lends itself to some cool designs. So feel free to go nuts there. But yeah, this is one of the most interesting beaches I've seen. Just how the town is generated. Okay, so in terms of how your town is laid out, there's the section over this side where I think you may have the path going all the way up. Yeah, it looks like you do. I think it sort of wiggles around there. That's fine because it leads into someone's house. This section, or this bit right here, where it's sort of sandwiched between the river, the waterfall, the beach, and the lake here. This is really nice and secluded. So this could be a really cool... I don't know, I don't want to say Zen Garden because we saw the Zen Garden last episode and that would be pretty tough to top that. But like a nice tranquil place, fill it up with some benches, maybe a campfire or something. I think this area here is quite sort of secluded. It would be nice if these two townies weren't here. Who have we got here anyway, these two townies? We got Lionel and we've got... Who's this? Margie. Fair enough. But yeah, I could also see like potentially a bridge go... I think this was where I said the bridge would make sense to end up over this way. But I could also see it making sense to go over there as well. Especially since that would lead over to your house, the Yolanda house. But then again, if you want this area to be secluded, then I think that could work really well. I mean, it's really difficult looking at something blank and figuring out what to do with it and where to go from it. Or where to go from there, even. I would say if you're going to go with paths, perhaps make a couple of them a little bit wider. Just because it does feel quite tight walking around these one wide paths. Yeah, see, like, obviously you can got the Yolanda house there. If you want to go over to this sort of side of the town... Is this a special stump? This is a special stump. Yeah, if you want to go over to the area over that way, over the river, then I think a bridge, maybe, yeah, here would make sense. But if you don't want it that close to the top there, you could obviously bring it down here, maybe split off in front of whoever's house this is. Lyman's? Never heard of them. And maybe you have the bridge there, although you probably won't get away with that anymore because there's a townie moving in here, so I don't know if they'll let you put the bridge that close. Although having a bridge here would also look kind of cool, because you'd then be able to fish at the lake. So having it like at the mouth of the lake would look pretty neat as well. All in all, I think your town's got really good stuff going for it. Like that beach in particular, I think is interesting. I've never seen anything like that. Like I said, this bridge in the middle of the town, I don't know. I feel like it needs to move, but I don't know where because like, looking at the map, it is actually directly slap bang in the middle of the town, and it's also in the middle of a very symmetrical river, actually. If you look at how the river sort of winds from this bridge, it makes like a W shape, and it is very symmetrical. That is actually also kind of neat. I quite like that. So, I don't know, maybe this bridge is in a good place. I just don't think how your paths are at the moment, it lends very well to it. I don't know how to describe it really, but there's a lot that could be going on here, and a lot to think about. I'd definitely be interested. So keep me up to date on Twitter about how your town comes along, because not on Twitter, on Discord, sorry. Well, if you want to keep me up to date on Twitter, you can too. But no, definitely, Yolanda, keep me up to date on Discord at how the town is coming along, and maybe in the future we'll revisit some towns we've done in town tours and see how they've progressed since we last visited them. I think that might be a cool idea to do, actually, so we shall see. There's not a lot you can do in this area of the town. Maybe get some bushes around here. Some flowers might look kind of cool. Obviously, like I said, because it's a fresh town, it's difficult to imagine what this place would look like with flowers everywhere, but in a way it feels kind of strange walking around a fresh new town. But hey, it's Tangy. Hi, I remember you. Yeah, the PWPs that you have got placed down, I like their locations. They feel like you've thought them out, and they go in places that make sense. Like the police station right next to Town Hall makes sense. Brewster's Roost right here. I always call it Brewster's Roost. I know it's just called the Roost, but closed 24 hours. Wait, really? I've never noticed that before. It must normally say open 24 hours, but of course you can't go inside when you're in a dream. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, like I was saying, I've got a feeling that your PWP placements are spot on so far, and I'd like to see how it looks when you've got some more in. Personally, like I said, I think that floating pattern looks kind of odd. I'd like to see how your town progresses, and I kind of think like you need some more sort of wider pathways, because you do have some, like where the bridges, obviously they're too wide, so you've got two wide paths going from there. I feel like having some more open pathways might help you out a bit more. Might make it look a little bit more structured. I don't know. Again, because it's like a fresh town, it's difficult to see any structure, and especially since I don't know what your plans are with it. But then at the same time, you might be going for a completely different look and feel than a two like maybe you don't want the two wide streets to look so open and imposing. Maybe you're looking for something a little bit more narrow and windy and sort of country-ish, rather than, I don't know, I wouldn't really call it urban. But I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. Like I said, it's a very, very difficult episode when you've got so much to think about of what could potentially go here, what could potentially go there. Got a big open space here, actually. You could do something cool with this. Although maybe this kind of looks like a mango orchard. Pears and mangoes every day, or all day, every day, not every day. Proper for clover? No, just a weed. So yeah, big open space here. Could throw in some PWPs. Obviously, you've already got the police station here, but yeah, that is going to be it for today, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Hopefully, Yolanda, I helped out a bit. Hopefully, I didn't, crush too much of your hopes and dreams. And yeah, thanks for watching. Of course, if you guys want to visit this town, you can do so if you use the dream code in the description. And I want to say thank you again to my patrons for helping me support the channel and stuff like that. And of course, if you are interested in having your town toured, all the details are on my Patreon page, patreon.com/Dazzabound, link in the description. So once again, I will thank you all very much for watching, and hope you enjoyed. See you all in the next one. Bye bye.